All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the Dublin Celtic Tigers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. Go team, spill.
Man, we got to get this stop here, D.
Five.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Now.
On first down, Womack. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
53's the mark. 53. Check. 53.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On second down now, Womack. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
218, chop.
Check. 53. Third and 8. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Let's go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Miller with a first down and more. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. So opening drive, third down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though.
Check. 50.
Go.
Check. 53's mine.
Get.
Back to throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards there and a first down.
60 or
53. Mike, 53. Ricky. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Here we go.
Hey, echo.
53. Check 53. Watch the curl.
Go. Big rip. Big rip.
They'll set up to throw. And not wanting to take a shot out of the pocket, he tucks it and goes down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to him in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably thinking about himself first.
Number 53, Mike 53.
2nd and 11. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Albert Rosas on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Ready? Blue wave.
They'll run on 1st down. Burn. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. He'll find Metcalf. And touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Bravo.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Hey.
And let's get this. Let's go.
Let's go.
2nd and 15.
Number 53.
Going deep this time for Miller. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Give him 32 on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. On first down, Womack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Mike 3. Combo. Hey, pick your game up. You go tight. You got tight right there.
0-0, Mike 3. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Check 31.
Now a give, right side. It's Bird. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watch the run.
3rd and long for Winston. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down.
First down, Thunderbirds.
Ready. White 25. Hey. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. 30. Check.
Winston now to throw on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. On first down, Bird. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Let's go, baby. Turn over.
Ready?
They'll run on first down. Womack. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're going to look to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Womack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ready? 90, Wolf. General West.
53, Mike, 53. Let's go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Blue.
Hey, exit.
53 to Mike. 53, check 53. 55.
Looking to throw.
55.
This is Miller, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
70, Indy.
On third down, Womack. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
In your face.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Mike, 53. Rip right. Mike, 53.
Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Strong right.
Wait.
Three down.
Wait. Henry.
Check Mike 33. Watch the out.
Following the interception, Winston flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Under crunch.
Check Mike 33. Yeah. You don't want.
Wait. Follow.
Jameis to throw it. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Winston on fourth down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded at the 2. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn.
And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 30, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Sua Cravens with a pick. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
I'm coming close, son. Shit, Sonny. Sonny.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing third down. To throw is Winston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking, must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time. And that's another great play to come away with the football.
On first down, Womack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. 2nd and 6. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the second level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Ready. Blue ready.
Let's get off the field, B. Let's get off the
White.
Mike 3. Mike 3. All day. All day.
Let him go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going up top for Cup, and that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
5 on 50. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Kill.
Play fake. Winston. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Serve it.
Mike, 53. 53.
Now.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
Be driven. Be driven.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going up top for Miller. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
53 is the Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53.
2nd and 10. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Mike Williams, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because there's confidence.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Down. 8-3.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
5.
They'll run on first down. Womack. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
53. Mike. You're trapped. You're trapped. Check.
Yes.
Motion.
2nd and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. 3rd down here.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Bird.
Run!
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Ready? Flag.
It's our time. It's our time.
Green, triple C.
On third and one, here's Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 12, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Smooth.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
He'll look to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick.
Interception, baby, all day. All
His
day.
guys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw once more on second and 10. Winston, and he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17.
Check 4. Green, triple C.
He's checking.
Now Winston. And that is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Womack. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll drop to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run on first down. Womack. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Womack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
X3, 218, chop. Look at me, zipper. Hey, zoom.
53's the mic. 53, check 53. Watch the curl, watch the curls. 53's the mic. 53.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Byrne. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Ready, white 25. We got it, we got it. White.
Trump. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Jameis now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Winston. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down now. It's Bird, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bird. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, it's Bird. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Mike, check 33. 33. Who that? Who that?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive.
Mike 3. Combo. Drop deep. Check 26, check 26. Here we go.
Winston. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for our visitors, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the Dubliners, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Toronto Thunderbirds. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the double. You draw forfeit. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Go.
On first down, Rhodes. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. The numbers there for Howard a week ago. 14 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And Howard stopped short. He didn't get there.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Black 22. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll run on first down. It's Bird. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 125 yards, and a touchdown. 2nd and 5 now. Winston. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
60 outlaw.
On 3rd down, Rhodes going up top. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain of 39 that time. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On the move to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
From the red zone now, Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. Anthony Miller with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Top 53. Too low, check 52.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hart. It's completed to Caldwell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
8 reads.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
Let's go.
There's Anthony Miller as they trot back out to go on offense. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Jameis to throw it. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Miles Boykin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite-level production.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Rick, Pilot, 64, wait.
53, there we go,
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Hart. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Delayed give to Collins. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, here's Edwards. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. The great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
On second down, it's Bird. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Winston. He's going to fire one deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. We have hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing on second down. Winston. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there. First down. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Now this throw caught left side. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Throwing, Winston. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake. Hart. Got his man. It's Caldwell. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw is Edwards. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
70, 80.
53, 53. You must get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Hart, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. To throw on 3rd down. Hart with a catch made by Hopkins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And again, it's Collins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run once more with Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Running out of the gun, Collins. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Winston. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. Just a little bit. A rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Throwing again. Hart. Hauled in here. Caldwell. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Welcome back to Toronto. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Back to throw. Hart. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
12 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On 3rd down, Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's complete. It's Collins. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Hart. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a 1st.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Throwing on 1st down. Hart. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Go.
On 4th down. Hart. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Hart. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now the Steelers down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now here's whistles and another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hart. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Hart over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Alex Collins that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Hart. They'll find Everett there, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards. Looking to throw. Hart.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Hart. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Hart. And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right, where you get a little bit of extra and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for the home team here,